Happy New Year! It's 2024, and we got a brand new video for the brand new year. The very first video on January 1st. So, what's this video about? Of course, you already know what's in the description. It's going to be the giveaway of this awesome 6-tube IN14 Nixie Clock. This is a fully functionable Nixie Clock. It has everything you need and nothing you don't. So, what does this clock have? It has configuration to be having the time synchronized via Wi-Fi after you set it up. It has 12 and 24-hour mode. Right now, it's set up for 12-hour mode. So if you wanted to set it up for 24-hour mode, you go into the menus and set it up. What does that mean? When it's in 24-hour mode, anytime after 1 p.m., it'll say 1300 hours, and so on. Has configurable Celsius or Fahrenheit reading for the temperature. Right now, it's set up for Fahrenheit. It's got 10 adjustable user alarm clock modes in it. It has a timer switch. I have no idea what that means. I haven't played with it, but you can play with it if you choose to. Has the glow tube test. Once you go into the once you read all the documentation on this, you use your clicker, and then you can test all the numerals of each glow tube. Make sure that everything is working, and you can also check out the if it's starting to develop any kind of cathode poisoning. This clock also has anti-cathode poisoning in it, so it should virtually stop that from happening. But it's always a good practice to check every once in a while. Of course, it's got, being that it's an alarm clock, it's got a little buzzer in there. You can turn that on or off, and the little buzzer configures every time you press a key. The blinking separators, you can have them steady on, blinking in sequence, or alternately flashing or off, all depending on how you want to set it up. Being that this is still from the date of recording this, it's just before Christmas, I put little green green neons on there just for a little decoration. That's optional. You can pluck them out if you want to. I'm going to leave them in because I think they're cool, even after season. And then, of course, it's got a fully customizable RGB undertube backlight system in it. From static mode with all your primary and secondary numbers, and 6 other functions from rainbow, going back and forth in waves and this and that. And the very last one before it turns off, it's got kind of like a alternating color, kind of like a firework, where each tube could be firing at a different color at a different time in a different space. It's actually a pretty cool backlight system in here. And of course, it has all the documentation on how to go through the menus, how to set it up, how to use the remote control, how to set up the clock the way you want it, because remember, it's one of you is going to win this clock, so it's going to be your clock, so you'll be able to customize it for your own needs. And then very easy to navigate once it's set up to go through the time and temperature and the date. If you want to go, if it's doing something weird, you can just hit the number 1 key. It'll return back to the time. If you hit the number 2 key, it'll display the date. If you hit the number 3 key, it'll display the temperature. And then the remainder of the numbers from 4 to 9 is all the customizing of the clock to make it kind of like a quick setup thing. So if you hit the number 4 key, it'll display the light sensitivity. So this does have a little light sensor on here. I would imagine that is for when the RGBs are in static mode, that it'll automatically raise and decrease the intensity of the backlight when it's in static mode. Right now I got it in red. Anytime you got, of course you got the 7 colors, fully dimmable. So right now it's in red because that's what comes on when the clock is first powered up, anytime you unplug it. And if you got it in static mode, it doesn't remember the mode you had it in last, including static mode, but it does not remember what color you set it to. So if you set it to any other color than red, it'll always default back to red. So it's just a simple key press to set it up wherever you want, whatever color, and it does remember the dimness. The other modes are non-dimmable, which you know, it is what it is. And of course, if you hit the number 5 key, it'll bring you into the alarm clock menus. The 6 key is to activate the timer. The 7 key is to do the glow tube test, and then you use your up and down or plus and minus buttons to cycle through the numbers. The number 8 key, I already said that. The number 9 key displays the parameter of when the date and temperature are displayed. So right now I got it on for 55 seconds for the time, 10 seconds for the date, and 10 seconds for the temperature. So that is all the features of the clock. Of course, there is an option on here where you can go to and download a piece of software for it. I would imagine it's for Windows. So I have not explored that, but if you want to, the address is on here. Imagine it's for customizing programming of the clock and stuff like that. Maybe change the parameters of the RGBs or something like that. I haven't explored it. So, like I said, this is going to be a giveaway clock. So, for you, the viewer, to get a chance to have this clock, there is a mandatory, you have to be a subscriber of the channel. Number 2, leave a comment on, of course, in the comment section. Say, I want the clock, or hi, or me, or I'm number 1. You know how YouTubers are. Some of you like to be the first comment, and you put number 1. Good for you. So, before I forget, the temperature. The clock does have a temperature external probe that has to be connected to display the temperature, and it's the port right next to the power port. Plug it in. Put this somewhere, even though the cord is fairly short, you can put it somewhere away from a heat source or out of direct sunlight to have less influence and correct temperature have the more accurate temperature of when it does display. It's actually quite accurate, within a couple of tenths. So, got to be a subscriber to the channel. Leave a comment. I'll have the little giveaway running for a month. At the end of the month, I will use a YouTube random picker to pick out a random comment, and then I will contact you. Of course, I will leave a reply that one of you have been chosen to own this clock, and then I will ship it to you. So that's it for this video. Happy New Year 2024. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.